guys. Good evening in California and good afternoon here in the Philippines. Welcome to another episode of In Her Purpose Live. We will have a special guest today, but before that, let me introduce the co-founders of In Her Purpose and authors. Hi, Rose. Hi, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. I'm so excited today because you guys have a special guest that is very inspiring. So thanks to Roz, right, for allowing us to feature one of her amazing talents.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So tell us, Rose, who are we having on today?
Okay, so today we are going to have the amazing and talented Cedrice. You may have seen her on NBC's The Sing Off. She's on TED Talk, and she's just so amazing and so talented that I'm so excited that she's here. And yes, Cedrice from San Diego, California.
Wait, she was on The Voice, not The Sing Off. The guys were on
The Sing Off. Did I say The Sing Off? Oh my God! Yeah, I said The Voice.
Your talent was on The Sing Off. She was on The Voice.
Oh my God! No. Every time I said NBC, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hi.
I can't believe
Regardless, you are a beautiful, talented woman, and I'm sure that maybe we're claiming for bigger shows, other shows that you will collaborate and be a winner or a champion in them. Right,
Yeah,
Rose?
definitely.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
You know what's so funny is some people have watched me on The Voice. They've watched every single episode, and then they'll come to me in person and say, "Oh my gosh, I loved you on American Idol."
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It happens all the time, so it's totally fine. But yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you for having me, ladies. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thanks for saying yes.
You know, Jen and Rose created In Her Purpose, the book that where they feature inspiring women. And of course, with the In Her Purpose live show right here, they're able to feature every inspiring woman that they come across. And of course, today we will learn and be inspired by you. So I know everyone tuned in is excited to know and want to be updated on what you've been up to, especially at this challenging time. But before that, I think we have some questions from the beautiful ladies so that we can have a little bit of a background of how you are, the amazing woman that you are today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my first question, I listened to your TED Talk on identity. So I wanted to ask you, who are you and what are you in this world?
Well, I am a woman of many talents who is just trying to spend this lifetime mastering them and exploring them. I think, every day I'm always learning something new about myself. And as I grow older, I'm realizing that I'm so much more capable of doing many things that I didn't realize that I was able to. And I think I'm coming more into myself as I get older, as I grow into my womanhood. And so I feel like who I am in this world is always changing. I love how you ask these questions, who am I and who am I in this world? Because at first, Mafe, she said, just general questions. I was like, girl, these are deep questions. So I love it. But yeah, every day I'm always changing and I'm always growing. My relationship challenges me, my romantic relationship and my relationship with my mother and my brothers. They always challenge me into growing into someone new or someone just more evolved. So that's who I am. I'm just an evolving person with so many gifts that I'm just trying to explore.
Awesome. Yeah. I love how you answer that question because most of the time when we answer, we'll say, "Oh, I work for X company," or "I'm a singer or an artist."
Right.
But you didn't even say any of those things. Like you had a very deep answer.
Yeah, I knew you were natural anyway. That's why
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm 29, so when I'm 40, when I'm 50, I probably won't say that I'm a performer, or maybe I'll say I'm an actress, or maybe I'll say I'm a spokeswoman or a politician. I don't know, So I definitely don't want to limit who I will be with what I'm doing right now, So yeah, thank you for that question.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey. About what made you, what inspired you to get on The Voice, and what was your feeling through all of this, and how do you feel now about it?
No, okay, so how was my journey on The Voice? So my journey was more than I bargained for. I didn't expect to be on three different coaches' teams. I didn't expect to be surrounded by so many world-renowned celebrities, you know, masters of their craft. I didn't expect to meet so many great people, but I did. And you know, in a competition, we think like, you know, you're one against the other. You're it's you against everybody else. But on The Voice, it was just really fun because on our downtime when we weren't filming, my experience with the other singers just it was filled with you know, quality time and playing board games and, you know, showing off our competitive ways in different ways.
Yeah.
So it was really casual. It was nice. We were there to work. We were there to challenge ourselves, and so that was the culture of the entire cast up there in LA. It was just to challenge ourselves and to see what we were made out of, which was really refreshing because that's why, you know, that was my inspiration for joining The Voice. I wanted, you know, I wanted to challenge myself as a singer, as a performer, to see if these past 4 years had taught me anything, and it did, and it showed me that, you know, I can definitely level up in what I was doing. It definitely challenged me and made me cry a couple of times. I got very insecure, and in during my, you know, the later half of the competition. Um, and it just, you know, it just reminded me that I have places to grow. And
Yeah.
um, there in Hollywood, there's a lot of hurry up and wait, and I didn't know that that was a thing where they're rushing you to hurry up and get somewhere and then wait for 8 hours. So I learned a lot about my body. I have to eat. I have a very healthy diet. Um, I need a lot of food, and I needed to stay away from cheese and dairy and all of that just to keep my vocals
Oh,
at its best. And so stuff like that, you know, I stayed in the gym every morning at the hotel where we all stayed. It kept me very disciplined. So I learned a lot about myself just as a person, a lot about myself as a singer and an artist. Um, and it gave me something to look forward to and something to focus on.
I love that.
And you were part of John's Legends team. How was he? I'm
John
sure
Legend.
I want to know. I'm sure the ladies want to know too.
I really wanted to be on John Legend's team when I first got there. That was my goal. I just wanted John Legend to turn around, and I had no idea that John Legend like was the only person with a spot left.
Yeah.
So I was really happy. I mean, he's so handsome, and you know, he was just so kind and so welcoming and very poised in
Mhm.
his own way. And so it was refreshing. And you know, had it been between Alicia Keys, Pharrell, and John Legend, I don't know who I would have picked. I don't know who I would have picked at all. But John Legend was my first choice, and I really wanted to be on his team because we have the same, you know, background in music.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You have a very beautiful, soulful voice. I love it.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Very.
you.
So tell me about your music. How do you find inspiration for your music, and what does your inspiration draw from?
Yeah. Musically, my inspirations come from um, the lessons that I've learned. A lot of the time when I'm upset, when I'm sad, I write music, I write songs. My boyfriend can attest to it. Anytime we're in an argument or something, I'm like, I need to write this out. I need to figure out how to express myself, and it works.
Mhm.
I actually can't write any music when I'm happy.
Really?
No, I'm just because what comes out is like I'm so happy, oh so happy, like, and just corny stuff. I might as well just write songs for Disney or something. I just, it's just not the route that I want to go. But when I'm in my most vulnerable emotional state, that's when I can really tap into what I want to say, and that's when I'm the most honest. And so that's why I'm so inspired when I write music in that state. Um, I definitely pull from um, I definitely pull from my personal experiences. It's really hard for me to write about something that I haven't experienced yet, and maybe I'll grow in that area. But I definitely thrive in my um, heartache.
Yeah,
I'll just say that for sure. Yeah.
that's
And you're saying that you don't like deep stuff, right? There you go. You love
No, I
deep
love
stuff.
it. No, I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. It pulls a lot out of me.
the great thing about musicians and someone like you, when you pull from your emotions, it helps people like us, like fans and listeners, to be able
Hmm.
to share how we feel. Because sometimes there's a lot of people out there that can't express the way an artist can, and so a lot of people like if we're going through a breakup, we want to listen to the music that you write because it just touches, like we feel it and we're going through it. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, there's a reason why you're doing this, and that's to be able to comfort other people, right? I love
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Let's see. So, okay, so our book is about being in your purpose. The book has about 40 women, and they're all redefining success through their own terms while following their purpose. Tell us what your purpose is in life, and what can you tell other people looking to find their purpose?
First, I think about like what is my definition of a purpose. I've thought about this before. I think a purpose definitely calls for skill, for opportunity, and for affinity.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have all three of those things, if you have that natural desire to do it, oh yeah, if you have the ability to do it and then you have the opportunity to do it as well, I feel like that's really important in recognizing your purpose, right? So for me, there are some things, like I said, I'm a woman of many gifts, but I know that there are some gifts that I definitely have not mastered yet. So when I think about my purpose as a singer now, I think because I tend to write things that are considered deep or abstract, or just, I think I have a lot to say and I just don't know how to say it yet. um, and so as a singer in this point in my life, I think my purpose is um, just to relate to people on that spectrum, musically. um, um, it's that's a huge question, the purpose.
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah, at this point in my life, singing is the gift that I'm choosing to use to communicate with people and to comfort people and to comfort myself and to show love. And that's what I'm choosing to be the purpose of my music.
Yeah.
um, I think later on, when I decide to kind of play with my other gifts, whether that's acting or writing or being a spokeswoman or something, I think, my purpose will definitely change a little bit. But no matter what, I just want to bring inspiration um, and just empower people, and including myself and whatnot right now. Yeah.
Very good.
Can I ask? I know as an artist or a musician, right, that you have a different personality on stage. So how do
Mm.
you define yours?
uh I don't know. I'm probably a little sassier on stage. in real life I can be sassy, but my sass comes out when I have an attitude, when I'm fed up, when I really need to say something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that's for other people to say because everyone's experiencing me and
Right.
I'm not experiencing myself. You know, I just know what what I feel like on stage. Like even when I watch The Voice and I watch my blind audition, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is that me right now? Is that what I'm doing?" I'm like, "Okay, I was really feeling it." So I don't know. I think that's for everyone else to say.
Oh, look at that. So, seeing these pictures right here, what were you going like? What was your emotion? Like, what were you feeling at these moments?
Oh my gosh. At that moment with John Legend, I had no so he walked up on stage and I still didn't know what was happening. I thought he was just like embracing me and I thought he embraced everybody. He stands up there and then he kind of like pushed me back onto stage. I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he brought his hand right behind my arm and lifted my arm. And I was like, ah. And then he was like, my teams are filled. And I was like, oh my, like in my head, I was like, oh my God, oh my gosh, that's the last spot. There's no other spots. I closed the production. There's no more. That's what was going through my head. So I had no idea until he said that. And then the confetti came down. And ladies, that is the craziest thing. So last season, I was watching The Voice and, I thought to myself, "Oh, that would be so cool if I could get on stage and like the confetti went on the ground and all that." And then that happened, and I was like,
How
so
cool.
yeah, it was really cool.
Gives me chills. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you believe in that stuff, like law of attraction and
100%. That's why when Rose was like, what was that show that you had mentioned at the beginning that you thought I
the
was on?
sing off.
Yeah, when you thought I was on the sing off, I'm like, girl, manifest that. It's okay.
Yeah. No. Let's go back to why I said that because I don't want you guys to think that that's weird. That you thought I was a sing off. The band that I manage is from the sing off. NBC is the sing off. So every time I say NBC, it just rolls off my tongue. And so I don't to make sure that you can feel that it wasn't a mistake on purpose.
No, yeah. So funny.
But, yeah, so
I know, Rose, you want to manifest something too, right?
Oh, I do. I want to manifest a collab.
My answer is yes.
Yay! Okay, we have it recorded too, so I'm gonna.
yeah,
oh my God,
put it out to the universe, into the world.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So are you back?
And what is that, Rose? What was it? For everyone to know who's tuned in.
Oh, what is it we're manifesting? Oh, we're manifesting a collaboration with Cedrice and the Philharmonic.
Yes. You know what's okay? So 4 years ago, I met Philharmonics. We were doing the same show at it was the middle school I used to go to. It's a performing arts middle school, San Diego.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's SCPA.
Was it called The Movement or something?
I think so. Or it might have been with like Phil Am Festival. But it might have been, yeah. So I had met them backstage, and they performed right after me, actually.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So when we took a picture and everything years ago, I had a wig on and everything. It was totally different.
Really?
Life.
Oh my gosh! I have to look through our pictures because I'm usually at their shows when they're local. So
yeah. That would be cool to circle. Everything will become. We'll do like a throwback or whatever. But that would be really cool to collaborate with Philharmonics.
Yeah. Are you back in San Diego?
I am. I'm living in San Diego right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So you guys are close by.
Yeah. And I travel everywhere between San Diego and LA, and I go to the East Coast pretty often as well. So, yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, when things are okay to travel, you can come to the Philippines with the
Actually,
Philharmonic.
that would be fun. So my mom, so I went in 2018 to my family's house in Cavite, and that's where we.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we live. Or that's where my family lives. And so we said that we were going to go in December of this year. So we had plans before the COVID thing. So I was going to be there this, this winter for New Year's and all that stuff. So it would be really great to make a trip and make a beeline over to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Philippines before?
Yeah, I went in 2018.
Okay.
We stayed there for like 3 weeks. We went to we stayed in Cavite, and then we went to Malabon,
Okay.
Malabon City, and then one other place I can't remember. But we went to Baguio as well. I really wanted to go to Palawan, but I couldn't. But next time.
Well, don't worry. So, what's your favorite food for all the people who are tuning in Kumu? Guys, Cedrice is about to share her favorite Filipino dish.
I like pinakbet.
Yes.
It's probably one of my favorites. And my mom didn't really experiment too much. She didn't show us a lot of Filipino foods, but I make really good lumpia. I don't buy lumpia anywhere, really. I don't go out of my way too much because we love cooking it together at home. It's kind of a family thing. And menudo, but with meat and not all the fat.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
I don't like those surprises.
You have to get your prep ready.
I know. I used to love dinagoan. Dinagoan was my favorite growing up. I ate that like every day with rice until I found out what it was.
It's chocolate soup, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I know maybe you might have some things going on right now, so maybe you can share with everyone what is happening with Cedrice, maybe events or more talks online or interviews, where they can find you. Go ahead, Cedrice, and invite the audience.
Yeah, so I guess the main places that people can find me is on my website, like you have, cedricemusic.com. I also have another website, which was initially for Team Cedrice, which was just a bunch of followers and fans after The Voice. That was misscedrice.com. That's where I have some of my vlogs and some behind the scenes footage and whatnot. I have my single Room to Grow that just released with my friend Mark Pelly. And we have our music video. We're also coming out with another song called Don't Go. We just filmed our music video for that recently. So we've got a couple of singles out there. And, of course, I'll be working on an album and a body of work for everybody to listen to next year. But right now, you could definitely check me out on Instagram at Miss Cedrice, my website, cedricemusic.com, misscedrice.com for my vlogs. And I'm mostly on social media for the most part. Yeah, check out Room to Grow by me and Mark Pelly, and then check out Don't Go next month.
Well, it sounds like you've been super busy, like despite being locked down. Like, what else have you been doing during this pandemic?
I've just been, I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to stay gigging because a lot of our work is gone. Things are starting to open up here and there, but I think most of my time is just kind of figuring out what I'm going to do next, like what my next move is, Yeah. So.
I know you mentioned acting, you mentioned writing. What else did you mention? You mentioned more performing. What are the things that you want to do aside from that, or maybe elaborate more on that?
Yeah. So right now I'm on the board of a nonprofit organization that fights for equality for women, LGBT, and Black lives. And I want to be more involved in that. I want to be more involved politically in helping progressive candidates get into office and fight for more equality. So I definitely want to be more involved in that, and then just be more knowledgeable about that kind of stuff. I do have a platform now where a lot of people follow me, and I think, why have that if you're not going to try to make a change of some sort? So, there's that. But then also, acting in film was a huge plan for me this year, post The Voice. So that's something that I'll definitely be diving in, very, very, very much. So I'll just say that, I'll be doing that a lot more, in the next coming year.
What kind of role are you wanting to like play?
Thank you for asking that, because since I am bald, and I shave my head all the time, it's really hard for me to imagine myself in any role, except for maybe like Star Trek or something where it's like unworldly, right? Like, or even like a Bond girl, but that would be really cool. But it's kind of hard for me to imagine the roles that I could play because of my looks sometimes. I think in a casual setting, it's very accepting and whatnot, but I don't think that we realize like how limited we are sometimes with our media. So I would like to play any role, any meaningful role. I would like to be put in the same category as Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, and Kerry Washington. Like, I want to be, I don't want to just put myself out there and be any kind of role. I want to be an empowering role, just as I strive to be in my real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's definitely what I would like to play in another movie or TV show.
Very cool. Well, I can't wait for that because we're manifesting it right now. So it'll happen, right?
Yes.
It will happen, and we'll pray for you, and I will make sure that I'm always thinking about you just so that you could be able to reach all your goals. And it's funny because Jen and I were just doing a podcast earlier today, and one of the questions was why do we think like Asian women are not as represented in the entertainment,
right?
And I feel like it's such a good platform right now for you to be able to come out and show who you are, for people like us, like we. It would be amazing, and we definitely need to see you on that big screen.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. That was something that I didn't think. Sometimes you don't expect the ripple effect of what you do, right? I'm sure with your book and even with this show, you don't realize how far a ripple reaches sometimes until you get that feedback. So when I was on The Voice, I didn't know that so many Filipino women were so touched by me being on the show, or how many people with alopecia were so touched with me being on the show. I just thought, I'm just trying to like
do you
overcome my challenges. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to do me and trying to figure out like my place in the world. So, yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, when I think of the Black Panther, like, that is why it's those kinds of roles and those types of people are so important in this world, because you don't realize that in media, we really are limited in that sense. So I would proudly represent.
Yeah, so interesting. My husband went to UCLA's like film and television school, and he wanted to be an actor, but he kept getting casted because he doesn't look Asian enough. He wasn't getting any Asian roles, right? So he kept getting typecasted to be like an African American guy because he's really dark. He has like the coarse hair. He was always playing African American guys, and he's like, but his look was like, well, you're not Asian enough. So he ended up playing things like a football player or a gangster, or being in a bunch of music videos, because his look was just not fitting into some of the roles. And so it's amazing. Like now, like even though you might not fit a certain role, I would like to see like more diversity and like different looks on TV, other than like, because you don't fit into a category. Yeah.
Right. Agreed. I think sometimes because we only see a certain group of people or a certain
Yeah.
image on TV, that's where our perspective goes. Like that's why I
Yeah.
said it's right now my challenge is that I really want to work in film, but I don't know where I fit. And something that I learned acting off Broadway in New York was that the women who identified or who looked like they were Caucasian or white, they said they would go into auditions and they would try to fit a role, but nobody wanted. This is what they were saying, quote unquote. They nobody wants white girls, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So they were like, they just want ethnically ambiguous people,
Oh.
and it was interesting. I was like, what? Oh, that's me. You know? Oh, that's me. So it's really interesting to be in this time where I don't even know that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
And it's just about people writing those roles into the stories, writing stories about people who fit that kind of description, you know. So yeah, it is, and there's so many like deeper talks about that because like the Asian person is like either, and this is true for Black people too, is like we're either like the bad guy or the one who gets killed first, or you know, like the what is it called, the comedic relief.
Yeah.
So those are the roles that are often played by people of color, and so we just need more diversity in the writing, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
it's great
awesome.
that
I'm
you're
excited.
sharing that. Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Rose.
What was that, Muffy?
I just said that's great that you're sharing that and being transparent about your feelings, because I
Oh,
know when people do watch movies or shows, us Asians or even brown skinned people, they're they're enjoying their role, but at the same time, the audience is also understanding. Okay, hold on, how come that role didn't last? Like
Right.
it's a conversation that my husband and I always talk about whenever we watch movies, and
Right.
we just try and understand. And just for me here in the Philippines, getting into the film industry, that's what the production team that I'm working for is trying to change, and
Mm-hmm.
wanting to be diverse. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, educating internationally how talented everyone is. So
Mm-hmm.
they
Mm-hmm.
should be part of anything that's, I guess, trendy or succeeding in the world. So I'm glad
Yeah.
that you're voicing that out also.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's good those.
excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good those
Yes.
conversations are being had, even
yeah.
with, within the production and whatnot. That's good.
Hmm. We have
So
to
does
get you
that
out here.
mean so does that mean one day in the Philippines we won't see like white skin products billboards everywhere?
Yes, hope so. I mean, I'm a proud Morena myself. But then
Yeah.
again, I think it's got to do with your core, right, Cedrice?
Yeah.
I mean, you pretty much paved the way for other women in with color and also alopecia. So, you are a powerful voice in itself, apart from your singing, talent. And I know, Rose and Jen can attest to me that we're very grateful and we're very, happy that you are succeeding in a light where it is, you are a judge, it is an open book type of environment, but
Hmm.
you are such a powerful woman that we all are inspired with. And your purpose, in her purpose here, the show is all about featuring women like you. And again, thank you.
Thank you.
Jen and Rose, would you like to ask any more questions, because I know we have a million questions to ask you.
I guess. Oh, go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go
My
ahead.
question was about you mentioned that you have healthy habits and that you eat really healthy. So I wanted to know, like, what are your like daily rituals and habits that you practice?
Oh man. Disclaimer. I have not been that healthy lately. I just had 4 chocolate chip cookies today.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, some things that I definitely have tried to implement into my day-to-day life. now long term and instead of short term, because before I used to do it for like 2 weeks and then I was done for like 6 months and then I would do it for 2 weeks again. But now I'm a little bit more consistent. I will say working out is definitely a need for me, maybe because I'm getting older, but my body kind of forces me to work out. If I don't work out, my body starts to hurt in many different places, my legs, my arms, and my body's just very, very sensitive. So me and my boyfriend, we often work out together. Uh, as far as eating, I like to make green juices, celery juice in the morning.
Me too.
Yeah, we put honeydew and celery juice together, and the honeydew, it lifts the taste, like it makes it brighter, it makes it lighter. So it's not as harsh. You know how celery is just kind of harsh. So I make that. My mom doesn't like celery juice unless I put honeydew in it. So that's kind of how I started.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. In my smoothies, I put maca root, which is a like it's kind of like the natural caffeine. So there's matcha and then there's maca, MACA.
It's the brown powder.
It's like the brownish, yeah. And then I drink burdock root in my shakes as well. So those things, those things are stuff that I have in the morning. I don't really eat breakfast. I don't like to overdo my tummy. So I usually don't eat any solid foods until about 12 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. Like I said, I have a very healthy diet, meaning that I can eat a lot. That's what I meant. A very healthy diet. I can eat a lot. My body requires a lot, but those are the things that I kind of keep the balance.
But it's okay. I did mention also the shirt you're wearing. Be still is a practice that you also do, right?
Yeah. Sorry, the sound is a little off.
Yeah, I was mentioning what it says on your shirt. Be still. That's also a practice that you also do.
Yes, yeah, it definitely is. I like to read, and I like to just kind of have my alone time and have my quiet time. So I used to have a ring that said "Be still," just to remind myself to do that, because sometimes I'm a Virgo. I don't know if any of you are, or if you know any Virgos, but I love to stay busy and I love to stay working. And sometimes that's not even productive. I just like to be busy just to say that I am busy and I'm doing something. So this shirt and that ring, "Be still," it just reminds me that it's okay to just calm down and just read for a minute, just to center yourself. So
yeah, I need that shirt because that is the name of my chapter. and I am very much like you. I'm always on the go, always staying busy, and if I'm not doing something, I'm bored. So
yeah, I can relate.
That's why we're manifesting a child for you, Jen.
I didn't mean like.
So you'll never be bored.
That means I won't have a life. Like, that's different.
You'll have a different life.
That's true. Yeah, that'll be a different life.
So Jen mentioned it, that her chapter of our book is "Be Still," and she talks about how being able to be still has helped her, go through her journey in her career. So very cool.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I'd love to actually. I saw recently that obviously there's a book in her purpose, so I have to definitely cop one of those.
Yes, you will. I mean, maybe let's manifest it again. You might be part of the next one.
That would be an honor. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah. Volume 2, featuring you.
I love this. I love this conversation. What other things can we do?
Anything.
Well, again, exactly anything. And again, guys, don't forget to follow Cedrice and also her social media handles, as well as her nonprofit, which is at Our Damn Time.
Yes.
And check out all her amazing content. Her talk on TED Talks is also online, so search for that. Anything else I'm missing out, Cedrice?
I think you got it. Thank you. I didn't even say. I don't even remember saying the name of the organization. Thank you for saying that.
I'm
There you have
looking at the comments on Kumu. Someone said, Ria says UCLA. Did you go to UCLA?
I went to San Diego State University.
Okay, I was like, why is she saying UCLA? Maybe
Oh,
my husband.
because you said
My
it.
husband. Okay, yeah, Romeo. My husband went to UCLA.
Yeah.
Got
Let's
it.
take time to say hello to everybody on Kumo. Let's see.
Guys,
Go ahead. Let's
it's her first time on Kumu.
Oh yeah,
So,
we have to explain how Kumo works. I think my face
yeah.
can explain a little better than I can.
Yes.
Mosford's the name.
Hi, blood
Want me to say hi
pressure.
to everyone? Ross
Hi,
is also tuned in. Hi, Ross.
Hi, Roz. Hi, J. Carlo
Uh,
5. Hi, Chris 431.
Hi everybody. I don't even have Kumu on my. Should I put that on my phone right now?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Hello, Rhea.
Okay. Let me grab it. I'm gonna end this.
And then all of you tuning in, send her stuff. Send her all the Filipino stuff.
Yes,
Oh
you
yeah.
can put it
Okay.
Chris 431. Ava Torino. Hi.
Actually, okay. So I noticed. So obviously, I have like 5 followers on my Kumu. I have know nothing about it yet.
I have 5. I have 0. Just kidding.
I'm following you. I think.
Oh my gosh. We're trying.
Okay.
It's new to us too.
Let me see here.
But yeah, you have to go in there and just greet everyone that is your fans here in the Philippines, because I'm sure they're really happy to hear from you, or even see you teach them on how to write a song, or your motivation and inspiration with your daily and healthy habits. It's really a great platform with a positive community, and we have to give a shout out to James, because I know that we are giving away an In Her Purpose book today, right, ladies?
Yes, we are.
We will choose someone on Kumu with a trivia question about Cedrice. Are we going there?
The terms of James's giveaway. So James is one of it's also his birthday. Happy birthday, James.
Happy
Yes, happy
birthday.
Birthday.
He is one of the main guys that's working with Kumu or for Kumu, and because it is Filipino American History Month, he does want to support us, the Filipino American women, and he wants to like give away books this entire month. And so what he is asking is for all people located in North America to download Kumu and answer the trivia, and then you can win a book.
Yes.
Compliments of Kumu and James. Thank you for supporting In Her Purpose.
Yes.
And your fellow Philams. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Very cool.
Cedrice, maybe you can help us out on asking a question to our viewers.
Say that again.
Maybe you have a question that you want to ask our viewers for the possible winner to answer that trivia question that you have.
Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh, there's a lot of pressure. Okay.
We'll know who are the true Cedrice fans out there.
Okay. I will ask, what 3 coaches what 3 teams on The Voice did I join?
Okay, guys, did you hear that? What 3 teams did Cedrice join on The Voice? And we will choose a winner on Kumu. Just Kumu?
Kumu and oh yeah, I think you said Kumu,
Just
right?
Kumu. Right.
Yeah,
Just
that's
Kumu.
Kumu.
So everyone on Facebook, it's time, just like what Romeo would always say, it's time to download Kumu now so you can win an In Her Purpose book and learn about 40 amazing women. Of course, we are manifesting that Cedrice will be in volume 2. But for now, answer the trivia question, which is, again, Cedrice?
What 3 teams did I join on The Voice?
Mm.
There we go.
I can see your answers here.
Answer away, guys. Anyone can join.
Okay.
Oh my god, this person's like handle is the best. It's blood pressure. That is so awesome. Blood pressure.
This is cool. So, okay, can I ask you a question about Kumu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see 18 viewers, and then I see this purple diamond on the right. What is that?
Good
So those
question.
are gifting. So when they gift you, all the amazing gifts that are part of Kumu, which is lechon, halo halo, and things like that, it translates to diamonds. And then it could also translate to monetary. So that's the amazing thing about Kumu is that not only do they create a platform that is positive, they also give opportunities to Filipinos around the world, or even non-Filipinos that want to join Kumu to just share their talent, share their inspiring advocacies. So for you, you might want to go on there and just sing, teach, inspire, and then people will throw all these lechons and welcomes. And, of course, we love. What are the gifts that are amazing? Malacanang. I think that's the most expensive gift. And so, guys, show Cedrice the love, and so that she can see what kind of gifts that are here on Kumu.
Cool.
Let me.
It looks like we have an answer. We have an answer to the question. What 3
Oh,
teams was Cedrice on? And it looks like Hella Rhea responded with Legend, Blake, and Kelly.
Ding, ding, ding.
is that right?
correct.
Woo!
Congratulations, Telerea. We will be in touch with you and expect your early Christmas gift, which is a copy of In Her Purpose. Thank you. And
Yes.
Cedrice,
Congratulations.
amazing. Maybe last words of wisdom or inspiration to everyone right now, especially during this challenging time.
Yeah. So one of my favorite pieces of wisdoms that I was given when I was 18 was create a space that allows you to be the person that you want to be. And that means ridding yourself of any habits or people or things around you that just does not serve you any purpose or any positivity. So allow yourself this time to be still, evaluate the kind of person you want to be, and start moving towards that.
I love
Yay.
it.
I love it
So
also.
I
Thank
know
you.
you have a very busy weekend. Tell everyone what you're doing this weekend.
Oh
What?
yeah, I have a
Yes.
concert. I have one of my
Yes.
first concerts. I'm going live on Stage It, and I have a concert tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so
Awesome.
we'll be singing some original music. We'll be singing some covers. So it'll be fun. And my boyfriend Matt, he's going to be the guitarist, and you'll get a lot of hair from him, a lot of smiles, and just good vibes.
Is that online?
Stage it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Stageit.com.
Okay, I'm just putting
Amazing.
it
All right.
up.
Tickets are only $5 or 50 notes. So when you log on there, you can pay online. And yeah, it'll be easy.
Very cool. And that's
Awesome.
intro. Very cool. Do you want
So
to
set your alarm, guys. Go ahead, Rose.
Oh, I was just gonna say, do you want to just mention again where we can find you, and then
Yeah. So you all can definitely find me on two of my websites, misscedrice.com, where my music is and my modeling pictures and whatnot are. And you can also look at my vlog at misscedrice.com, and that's mscedrice.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's amazing to meet you and spend the last almost hour with you. Thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome. Thank you, ladies, for having me. This is really great. Really nice to meet
Yes.
you.
And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you. You'll be collaborating with the Phillies, or we're going to be going to Manila. We're going to be going to Manila together, and you're going to be in volume too.
We're going to
So,
Manila. It's just happening. I'll meet you there or whatever it is. I'll definitely see you.
yeah. So,
We'll see you on Netflix.
Hopefully, fingers
And
crossed.
Hulu. Very cool. Thank you again.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much, ladies, for having me. This is great. And good luck to all of you and everything that you're doing. And good luck with In Her Purpose and your book.
thank you.
Welcome.
So again, another great episode with the beautiful Cedrice and of course the co-founders and authors of In Her Purpose. So Jen and Rose, maybe you have some last words before we wrap up.
Go ahead, Jen. No? Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. I wasn't sure if he was going to go. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your time and spending your Friday and Saturday afternoon with us. Mafe, thank you for having this. Kumo, thank you for doing this because our show will not be possible without you guys. Cedrice, again, thank you for showing up and being present and living out your purpose. And everybody else, everybody on Kumu, everybody on Facebook Live, we are so grateful for your time. You guys have a great weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
Later.